Are you looking to move to Southwestern Indiana but don't know exactly what part of Southwestern Indiana would be perfect for you?
Well, this video is for you because we're going to cover the different sides of town, their attractions, their food, their establishments, up to schools and neighborhoods to help you make an informed decision.
We are the Angel Team and we make weekly content on all things Southwestern Indiana and real estate.
Thank you. All right, so now we're here in Boonville, and one of the things you'll notice is a change of scenery. We've got more of an agricultural community, steep heritage and coal mining community as well. And so talking Boonville, we're northeast of Evansville, about 15 miles. You might say the people looking at Boonville, they don't want to be in the big city. They're willing to drive a little bit to be in the city, but they want that rural feel. They want more land. If they're looking to build, they can buy land at a better value, actually, than in the Evansville and Newburgh surrounding areas. But you're still connected. So connectivity via the road network into Owensboro for good jobs, into Evansville for jobs, obviously agrarian and all kinds of work around the Boonville area as well. So the shopping center, I'm gonna start you kind of downtown Boonville. They've done a really good job at bolstering that downtown community, full working square feel. An excellent job. You've got Miller's Five and Dime for shopping and stop-bys. You've got a working square shops around, eating establishments. You've got Commander's Grill comes to mind. We've got different restaurants down near the Walmart. You've got all the small city attractions that keeps you convenient from shopping. You've got Tractor Supply, you've got the auto parts stores, you've got gas stations. And then when you need to get into the bigger city to go for your Costco run, you can do that. Neighborhoods, let's talk about Quail Crossing is a nicer subdivision there in Boonville when you want to have that, you got an urban feel, but in a rural area. You've got the golf course community there to play your golf and enjoy your subdivision home. I'd say a lot of people though are moving to Boonville to get away from that. They're wanting the larger tracts of land to put their house on, to make it their forever home. As realtors, we are increasingly hearing that. Moving out of Newburgh, moving out of Evansville, land prices are pricing them out to be able to also afford their build. So Boonville becomes that best choice. And you know, an extra few minutes of drive is just not a big deal to them. I'd say for other attractions around Boonville, aside from where you're living and working and raising your family, would be just a short distance down the road. If you're a motorhead and like fast cars, there's Chandler Motor Speedway. You've got inside the town several free parks, one of which offers a splash pad in the summer for your kids to play in. I think of a local park down there that you can go fishing. The connected walking trails. Warrick County has a really good integrated network of trail systems, not just in Boonville, but also around Boonville. Inside Boonville proper, if you're into camping out, you're into fishing, you want a beach to go play on, then Scales Lake is something to definitely check out. 66 acres of fishing, kayaking, like I said, swimming. And if you're a mountain biker, I'm a wannabe mountain biker, but I like it. So when you're talking coal mine ground, you've got shale and you've got steep, deep ravines and steep hills, and you can find a mountain bike trail to fit your skill level for sure at Scales Lake. People come from all around to hit those trails. If you're a novice though, no problem. They've got trails of any level, and the same thing on the hiking. So I'd say in summary, you know, when you think in Boonville, your smaller town vibe, that brings more connection. You're going to meet people, your neighbors, at the family farmers markets that show up on the weekends. You might meet them on the town square or showing up for a drink or dinner at the local grill. You're okay trading off a little of the luxuries of shopping from the big city aspect to be in that quieter area, that rural, serene setting. As you can see, more of an agrarian type feel in Boonville. And a few other things people think about where they're going to move. Obviously, the school systems. Boonville High School is a great school to let your kids be educated at. Another thing that doesn't get talked about often, but why else would you be moving to the country, but maybe you like to fish and hunt. So, you know, I talk about that community feel, about knowing your neighbors. Well, maybe with some of that community feel that you return in reverse, you find a neighbor that has some ground that would be okay for you to hunt on, to fish on, or there's ground around the Warrick County area that is state ground, you know, that you could fit into as well.
We are in downtown Evansville, and I wanted to talk for a second about what it's like to live down here in this area. So number one, I want to mention that downtown is not as crazy as some of the bigger cities when it comes to the hustle and bustle that many people think about in the downtown areas of the city. So although we do have some traffic during rush hour times of the day, it's not overwhelming, it's not too much, and you're not going to be stuck in traffic forever. Something you will notice though downtown is a lot of foot traffic, especially along Main Street here, where people are walking from their place of business to maybe grab some lunch or have a meeting, but you're going to notice more foot traffic in this area for sure. As far as housing goes, we are looking at more multi-unit type situations with condos in the center of downtown Evansville. However, when you get to the outskirts of downtown, you're going to have more historic homes, and some of them are really stunners and are really unique homes. So it's definitely a beautiful area. As far as when we talk about downtown, you're really close to the Ohio River, which provides opportunities like the LST Memorial Ship, but also other opportunities like Mickey's Kingdom, which is a very large playground, the skate park that we've talked about in other videos, that is the largest skate park in Indiana. And we have Bally's, which is a casino that not only offers casino, but also many restaurants within the casino as well. So there's plenty to do down here in downtown Evansville, plenty of shops, restaurants, and just a fun experience. It's definitely a lifestyle down here.
Now let's talk about the east side of Evansville. As you can see, there's all the cars behind me because we are in the retail and shopping area of Evansville. We're right on Burkhart Road. So if you're looking on the map, Burkhart and Green River are definitely where all of the retail shopping is going to happen. You've got all your major retailers like Target, Walmart, Costco. Sean always loves to mention Costco. And then you've also got all of your chain restaurants here, Olive Gardens, Bonefish, all of those are all going to be here. But I can't go without talking about restaurants without telling you about some of my favorite restaurants. And some of those are Pangea, which is a really eclectic restaurant, lots of different flavors, really good pizza, but then also some good Asian dishes as well. Definitely lots there for the family to enjoy. My favorite for a steak night for a date is definitely Cork and Cleaver. They are known in town for having the best salad bar and the best steaks. And then if you're a sushi eater, I highly recommend Wasabi, which is actually just located behind me here on Burkhart. So let's talk about some other things to do here for family fun. You've got Sky Zone, you can get the energy out with the kids and take them there to jump. We've got a rock climber in the family, so one of his favorite places to go is Vertical Escape, just off of Burkhart here. And that is wonderful for all ages. You can definitely burn off some energy there. And then if you're looking for a place to kind of take a stroll in town and walk your dog or even feed some ducks, there's the state hospital grounds that have wonderful paths. There's lots of trees so you can be in the shade, and like I said, feed the ducks because there's plenty of those there. So talking about housing wise here on the east side, one location that's important to mention is the University of Evansville is located on the east side. So if you have a student looking for some housing, you'll definitely want to look in that area. In this area of Evansville, you've got apartments going up right behind me actually. There's lots of development. You have development along the Green River Road, some new neighborhoods going in there. But then farther into the east side, you've got the well-established neighborhoods. You've got a lot of the classic architecture in this town is here with historic design. You got Tudor design. You've got a lot of Bedford stone homes. A lot of mid-century modern design as well is all in there. Nice established neighborhoods with all price ranges. You can definitely have affordable family homes, but then you can also find luxury, especially like along the Newburgh Road area. That's one of my favorite roads. Don't let it confuse you, Newburgh Road is in Evansville. So another thing about the east side is you're close to a lot of the healthcare facilities. So if that's your profession, it's definitely going to be a convenient location for you to be in. So just to wrap it up, we have lots of retail shopping, lots of things to do. Affordability from starter families to luxury to even apartments and condos. You're going to want to be here. You're close to the interstate, again, for if you're looking for ease of transportation. And it's just a great location for if you want convenience and a short drive to anything that you need to do. Welcome to Newburgh. This town is known for its historic charm. In fact, some people even say it feels like a Hallmark movie when you're walking downtown here. There's so much to do, from the walking trails, which I'm actually on right now. I'm on a beautiful walking trail on the way to the views of the Ohio River. From the restaurants, the shopping, all of that. There's just so much to do here while also living in such a quaint, nice town. So let's go back to the walking trails. On top of this one here, we also have Friedman Park in Newburgh, with tons of trails great for biking, walking, running, all of that. There's a dog park to let your dogs run. There's a playground for your kids, a lake to fish in, and then there's just tons of events throughout the year there as well. Party in Paradise is one that's held every September. And then there's other events in downtown Newburgh throughout the year as well. There's the wine festival, there's a strawberry festival. We even had a really cute Christmas light parade this last year. So almost every month you've got something going on in Newburgh that you can find to do. On top of that, family-wise, you've got the Showplay Cinema's Family Entertainment Center that's perfect for a night of bowling or playing at the arcade or catching the latest movie. And then we've also got all the restaurants, like I said earlier. You've got Cafe Arzu that you can sit outside on a nice evening and overlook the Ohio River. We've got a brand new one coming in. It actually is not open yet, but it should be soon, and that's going to be a Turkish restaurant right on the riverfront as well. And then just down the road, if you're looking for good seafood, Ten Fish is definitely the place you want to try out. And then throughout the summer, one of our family's favorite places to get a treat to cool off in the evenings is Rivertown. They've got great frozen yogurt and also all of the burgers and fries and that good stuff too. So when it comes to all that, you've definitely got stuff to do in Newburgh. So now let's talk about neighborhoods in Newburgh. So you've got affordable homes, you've got like Mansfield, Fall Creek, just as you're entering into the Newburgh area. But then you've also got more luxury neighborhoods like Copper Creek, Lake Ridge, Old Hickory are some of the ones that are coming to mind. So especially if you're looking for a neighborhood, if you just drive down Lincoln Avenue, you're gonna have neighborhood after neighborhood when it comes to Newburgh. So when it comes to new construction in Newburgh, the options are a little bit fewer and far between, but they are definitely happening. There's an area around Walmart that is definitely in a development mode over there. They're building condos and homes there. As you're entering into downtown Newburgh, there's also some new developments there, so we can definitely help you find new land or construction areas if building new is good for you. After neighborhoods, let's talk about schools. Newburgh has wonderful schools to choose from. When you're looking at high school wise in Newburgh, you've got Castle High School, and then you also have Evansville Christian School if you're looking for a private school options. But now just coming back around to who is Newburgh perfect for, it's probably perfect for any family, but especially like a professional that wants to be close to their job in Evansville but have a little bit more of a small town charming feel to it. Might want to be a little bit more away from the hustle and bustle but still be close to all the amenities, then that's when Newburgh is the perfect spot for you. Now let's talk about some shopping that you can do in Newburgh. You can definitely make some damage here because our downtown Newburgh is perfect for an afternoon of shopping. We have home decorating stores, we have high-end fashion, we have skincare, and we have antique shopping as well. So you can definitely spend an entire afternoon here hitting up all the shops. And then afterwards, you definitely want to pick up a bite to eat at Cleo's Bakery, or you can even grab a cup of coffee at Honeymoon right on the riverfront. So after you sit there at Honeymoon, you can definitely watch the barges go by or even the boating. That's definitely one of your options of things to do here as well. And then also, I know I mentioned the trails earlier, but another good option for that is Angel Mounds here in Newburgh, where you can definitely get in a good 3-mile walk, or you can do some mountain biking there, or even just go and investigate the museum inside and learn a little bit more about Native American heritage in this area.
All right, welcome to the North Side conversation. So if you are familiar with Evansville, Indiana by this time, then you know we love to speak in quadrants. And the conversation happens really quick when you move into town or are talking to an Evansville native. What side of town do you live on? What side of town are you interested in? They're trying to find out and put you in kind of a spot on the map, okay? It's all great, it's all in fun here, but the north side, it's harder to answer that because really I think of the north side as three distinct areas. You've got the North Park area, which is very north side. You've also got the McCutcheonville area, which is like McCutcheonville, that Darmstadt area, which is north side. And you also have Cambridge, which is up near Interstate 64, which is what's far north side. All three of which are north side of town. So let's talk a little bit about what brings in the north side excitement to people and why they live there and why it's got such a cult-like following to Evansville natives. I'd say, first of all, is beauty. There might be a long-ranging war between which side of town is prettier, and it's usually the west siders and north siders battling it out, but they're really pretty friendly to each other. I, for one, think you can't hardly beat the beauty of the north side. Roads like Old State, Browning Road that have abilities to have a mansion, and then down the road a little bit, a modest home on great acreage alike. It's just beautiful. When you're driving through it, you'll know what I mean. County roads, the ability to stay off the main drags and run up the road and check out your local restaurant like the Hornet's Nest, tightly knit into that community. Or go up the road to Darmstadt and walk around that heritaged, community as well. The other thing you might hear about is accessibility. The north side is accessible. Highway 41's running, will take you straight up into Vincennes, past Toyota, into Terre Haute. You could shoot over to Indy, you could head on up to Chicago. So it's accessible to be on the north side if you're a traveler, if you're a business professional that needs to get out on Monday mornings and you're coming home on Fridays. Because let's talk the airport. Airport is just really close. Most places on the north side, you're gonna be a few minutes from Evansville's airport. And that is convenient because if you're an east sider or you're a west sider, you're adding a 20-25 minute drive in the morning at 4 a.m. to catch some of our connecting flights here in this small regional airport. So no conversation about areas to live is complete without shopping and entertainment because let's face it, not everyone wants to drive 25-30 minutes to get to an eating establishment, and it's hard to trade off that sometimes for the beauty of where you live. So fear not, north side has plenty of places to go. If the kids need to get out of your hair for a little bit, we've got Walter's Golf and Fun that you can go and have some family entertainment with. If you need budget-friendly options for food, we've got everything from Prime Time Grill, which is exceptional food, and I would highly recommend their burgers, which is made with part sirloin. If you're a burger guy like me, you'll like that. If you're into one of the best local burrito places I know would be Chava's there in North Park. Love that place. And you've got the haciendas and you've got a litany of other types of places to eat and establish and dine at as well. Groceries, same thing. We've got Costco over towards the east end of town, but we've got Schnucks and we've got the North Park area for your shopping, grocery shopping, and conveniences. Add to that your banks, your car washes. The north side really has in multiple spots based on the convenience of where in the north side that you live for you to frequent and be able to keep you convenient in the shopping area. Now, the one thing that is nice is when you want to head to the bigger shopping establishments. Many people will use Costco for their weekly run. They fill in at a Schnucks or a Walmart, or they might do it the opposite way around. So when you're a north sider, you can easily shoot to the east end of town or the west end of town. Maybe sometimes based on where your friends or your family live to make it convenient. So I think of the areas of the town interesting. North Park has more of an urban feel. You're closer into that downtown area. You can step out to that McCutcheonville, Darmstadt area, which is just classic. There's not uncommon to have lakes, sprawling spreads, and price budgets of all over the board for you to live there. But if you're a golfer, then there's almost a community that, I don't know if it almost ought to be named its own little town. It's Cambridge up there far north. Up 41 is right on the Interstate 64 highway or close to it there. Cambridge is beautiful. So if you're a golfer, definitely when you come into town, make the run. It's a little bit of a drive, but people that get there, they don't move and they love it because it's wonderful sunsets. It's got eating establishment right there in the restaurant as part of the golf course, and housing really of all budgets. You can be about as high as you want, and you can actually find something in there affordable or a condo as well. Another big conversation people have about where they live are the school systems. And so we frequently get asked a lot about school systems in the local Evansville area. And you're in good hands. The north side has some of the best schools in the area, two of which we've got Central High School and we've got North High School. I'd say the wrap up on this would be jobs too, because we all know we need to pay for the house of where we're going to live. So the north side does attract people that, whether you're working at Toyota, which is up 41, you need to have quick, easy in out of travel from the airport. Or like me, I used to be a road warrior as a regional manager, and I love the fact that when I lived on the north side, I was really quickly to 164, I was really quickly to 64, and I prided myself in the fact that just where I lived took off 20 to 40 minutes of commute time to get to the interstates whenever I was driving 50 or 60,000 miles a year. So in summary, you can't go wrong with the north side. You're getting away from the urban sprawl, you're getting a more established, community-minded type area. You can be in a price budget all over the board, and I do mean all over the board. We've been able to basically place people in the north side at their budget within reason. Land prices are going to run you more than Boonville and more than the surrounding little towns, but you'll see that the beauty is worth it. Family, centeredness, entertainment, and a great place to work and call home. Check out the north side.
Hey, welcome to Posey County, where you get to experience rural living in beautiful scenery just like this. So in Posey County, you are experiencing life out in the country, and just because it's country doesn't mean that it is away from all the amenities. So let's first talk about housing. Generally, you're going to find housing costs out here are around $250,000 or up, depending on the type of home, the age of the home, and some other details as far as acreage, barns, and things like that that are very common in Posey County. We also have a lot of new construction happening out here as well, which could drive your price up, but there is a lot of nice developments happening out here in the county. As far as shopping and restaurants go, there are several options in Posey County that doesn't make you have to drive to Evansville, although Evansville is a very convenient drive from here as well. So some of my favorite restaurants would be Hog and Sauce, which has wonderful barbecue. My favorite would probably be the Ida Hog, which is a pulled pork with on top of a baked potato, and it is so yummy. We also have Tequila's, which is a Mexican restaurant, and they have amazing food. I always say it's a great place to take my family because my kids always clear their plates at Tequila's. Maria's is also a great one. We have the Red Wagon in Poseyville, which is a very popular family style type food, and several other options in Posey County as well. Now, as far as grocery stores, we do have several hometown grocery stores such as McKim's, IGA, and Priceless Foods in Mount Vernon, several Dollar Generals in different parts of the county, and other options as well. Now, when we're talking about schooling, we have a couple of different options in Posey County. We have the MSD of North Posey and the MSD of Mount Vernon. So both of those have their own high school and junior high, and then have several elementary schools that feed into those as well. Welcome to the west side of Evansville, where we are sitting on Franklin Street, which is one of the most popular streets in the west side. So let's talk about it first. Franklin Street is commonly known for the West Side Nut Club Fall Festival, which is a huge street festival every year in October. And this road is just lined with food trucks and rides and games and all sorts of things. And it's all in the theme of raising money for this community. So it is a really big event. And it is said to be one of the largest street festivals in the U.S. So that's a pretty cool thing about the Franklin Street area. But when the Fall Festival is not going on, we have a ton of restaurants and food and shopping located right here on Franklin Street. So we have everything from the Gerst House, which is a German type restaurant, to Franklin Pizza, which is a very unique pizza place, and it's really fun and environment in there. Several other food options, as well as some nightlife type things like Bud's Bar and Grill, Chaser's Bar and Grill, and more. So Franklin Street is a great place. We also have the bowling alley down here, several local businesses, some boutiques. Really a fun place to just park your car and walk and enjoy the different opportunities within this road. But let's talk more west side in general. So you're going to see home-wise anything from a $100,000 home all the way up to $1 million plus. The variety of homes on the west side of Evansville is very vast. So you're going to have more of city type living as well as rural type living more in the county as well. So you'll hear the big joke, Westsiders love ski and grippos, and that is something that goes back pretty far back, but the A-Zip Westsider pizza is always something you want to try if you consider living on the west side. As far as other shopping opportunities, the west side has a Walmart, Home Depot, Lowe's, some of those bigger chain opportunities, but then also just, you know, the nice down home feel of just having kind of a small town within the west side community itself. We have a rich German heritage on the west side. You'll hear a lot about that and some unique opportunities within the west side that happen. As far as schooling goes, we have the Wrights High School district, which is part of EVSC, and several elementary and middle schools that feed into the Wrights program. And as far as private schools go, on the west side we have Modern Day High School as well. So great options to check into as well. And then we have a college opportunity on the west side, which would be the University of Southern Indiana. So if you're considering the west side, I would definitely check out Franklin Street here and just take a drive around west side and see what you can find for yourself. As a wrap up today, we have covered all the different areas in Evansville, Indiana. So what's next? Once you've decided where you would like to look for your next home, you're going to want to reach out to the Angel team, and we will be happy to help set you up a search within your price range in the area you're looking to purchase in. Then the only thing else left to do is make sure to like and subscribe to our channel so that you won't miss any future videos when it comes to all things living in Southwestern Indiana. Thanks for watching.